And good afternoon. This is Don Brown from LaBelle, Florida, doing a Google Hangout live on air this afternoon. It's actually about 1 o'clock here in Eastern Time Zone on April 6th, 2016. And what I'm doing today is just going over a book I recently read by Dr. Mao Shing, more usually known as Dr. Mao. You've probably seen him on TV or heard him on various seminars or radio from Southern California. And his specialty is he's a doctor of Chinese medicine, acupuncture, and comes from a family of, I can't remember the number of generations of folks who have been Chinese doctors, something like 36 generations or something like that. I can't remember exactly. But anyway, I was recently sent his latest book, Live Your Ultimate Life, to review and enjoyed it greatly. To me, I read it once and then I wrote some reviews about it and got to thinking it's kind of more like a handbook of sorts. Dr. Mao's premise, being a doctor of Chinese medicine, and from a family of Chinese doctors and Taoist masters, of whom one was his father, who was now 99 years old, actually. I talked to Dr. Mao on the phone about a month ago, and he was telling the story about his father, who I had followed some 30 years ago when I was in Miami and went to a lecture that his father presented there. But anyway, his father retired from writing. He wrote dozens and dozens of books and retired, and now still apparently takes walks in the California hills. So in excellent health and 99 years old. So we can all hope to do the same. But back to Dr. Mao's latest book. Subtitle is Ancient Wisdom to Harness Success, Health, and Happiness. And it's based on the many centuries, if not 1,000 years of traditional Chinese history on the I Ching, or the Book of Changes. And the idea is, in Dr. Mao's latest book, is you find out what your traditional Chinese personality is. And it could be classified as either metal, earth, fire, wood, water. And each of those personalities has certain characteristics that are kind of common to each. And the overall premise is that you want to have a balanced personality, but generally speaking, you're going to have one or maybe two that kind of predominates as your primary personality traits. So through his book, you go through the various elements, and it gives you hints and tips to balance that personality. For example, my overall strongest personality is considered the water personality. And he calls it the wisdom personality. Some other folks have used it as the philosopher. And so with that personality, you would tend to be, and I tend to be, the quiet type, possibly a teacher, which I have been for a long time. And so to balance that personality, you want to attempt to become a little bit less quiet, because I prefer basically just to be with a very small group of friends, or even one person, or by myself. I have no problem just being by myself and reading or thinking. But to be more balanced, I should try to do more social things, which has never been my thing that I would like to do. I do not like big parties and so forth, for example. Now, on the other hand, contrasting personality might be, for example, the fire personality. And that would be kind of the opposite of me, that it would be very lively and like joining up with people, and impulsive, which would be the opposite of me. I'm not really impulsive. I tend to think things out before I do them, plan things out. And I'm also part of the metal personality, which also is like kind of the planner, that you want to know everything there is to know before you make a move, and you do everything so-called logically. And then on the other hand, you have the earth personality, which is kind of the nurturing personality. So, think of a kindly grandmother, or mother for that matter, just nurtures everybody and fairly easygoing. Then the opposite of that might be the wood personality. Wood personality might be considered the type A personality, where you're kind of the leader. You figure that you know everything kind of, and so you just show everybody what to do and give them instructions and tell them to do it. So maybe your boss would be the wood type of personality that feels comfortable in leading people and telling everybody what to do, and usually, believing that they know what's right, and so they have the obligation to tell you what to do. So, of course, even there, I mean, it's fairly obvious what you would need to balance on that. It's good on one hand to lead people and instruct them what to do to get a task done, but on the other hand, you don't want to be so overbearing that you alienate people. So you want to balance that out with some of the other 4 Chinese traditional personalities. Anyway, so that's just a basic discussion about Dr. Mao's book, Live Your Ultimate Life. And what I thought I would try to do is just do a few broadcasts and see if we can maybe get other people that are interested in Chinese medicine, Book of Changes, Chinese philosophy, Taoism, whatever, to join in and have some discussion or make comments. So feel free to contact me or make comments wherever you see this particular hangout, on YouTube, wherever it appears. And we'll try to do a little bit later in the same vein on ancient Chinese wisdom. I'm Don Brown from LaBelle, Florida, and we'll see you the next time.